Imitation is best form of flattery. Let's talk about best clone fragrance of expensive niche fragrance. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Intellectual Sense. I want to thank every one of you for supporting my channel and my last video. And the feedback you have shared to me, I have tried to incorporate that feedback into my video and my editing. Now, in today's topic, we will talk about top 10 clone fragrance of expensive niche fragrance. Now, we love clone fragrance because of one reason, because they provide value for money. Now, if you look at it, the fragrance which I've got on my list, these are on an average cost about 2,500 rupees. Some go for as low as 1,500 rupees and some go as high as 4,000 rupees. And the niche fragrance they are clone of are close to 40,000 rupees also, more than $500. Now, that is the reason these clone fragrances are quite famous. A lot of people appreciate that. I personally have got love-hate relationship with clone fragrance. I was a big proponent of not liking clone fragrance 3-4 years back. But what I have understood is that cloning is there in every aspect of our life, including our movies, our clothes. Brands like Zara and H&M, they do cloning at very high scale. Now, if cloning is there and we appreciate cloning in our movies and in our clothes, then why not fragrance? And fragrance cannot be, the smell of fragrance cannot be patented. Now, saying that, let's start. So I've got two honorable mentions to start with. One of the first fragrance is Perfume Card's Tobacco Vanille. Now, this is a very good clone, but it missed out on my top 10 because I've got another fragrance which is better, I believe, as a clone of Tobacco Vanille. Now, this fragrance is good. This cost about 1,500 rupees or $20-25 for 50 ml extract concentration. It lasts close to 20 hours on me. It's a good clone, but I've got a better clone on the list. And the second fragrance which missed out was Amaf Orion Oud. Now, the reason it missed out on my list was I haven't smelled the original it's clone of. It's a clone of a fragrance called Valentino Oud Assoluto. Now, I haven't smelled that fragrance for me to say if it's a good clone or not. And if I haven't smelled it, I have not put them on my top 10 list. But it's a good scent profile of leather and rose and oud. It kind of reminds me of Chemist Jabir. So these are the two honorable mentions I've got in my list. At number 10, I've got a fragrance house called Killer Oud. Now, the fragrance is Night of Arabia. Now, this is a clone of one of my favorite leather fragrance, which is Byredo Black Saffron. I absolutely love this scent profile. This is a leather, fruity notes, very sexy scent profile, I will say. And does Night of Arabia captures that? I will say it captures 80% of it. What it does not have is that it does not have the opening and the heart notes of black saffron, and also the richness of black saffron is missing. But the scent profile, 80% it's match. And considering that it's the Killer Oud Night of Arabia is about 1,900 rupees or $25. And this costs more than $300, I think that's a great value for money in my opinion. So this was number 10, Night of Arabia by Killer Oud. So at number 9, I have got a fragrance which is clone of probably the most famous fragrance in the world. Now, if I ask you which is the most famous fragrance in the world, some of you may say Shalimar. Some of you may say Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge. But most of you will say it's Creed Aventus. Now, this is a very expensive but yet very beautiful fragrance. However, not everyone wants to spend $400 on a fragrance. So there are absolutely hundreds of clones available in the market. And one of the most famous clones of Creed Aventus is Armaf Club de Nuit Intense Man. this fragrance captures the scent profile very well. I will say the first 15 minutes of it, it's absolutely synthetic. You will not enjoy the first 15 minutes of this fragrance. But after that, it's 90% of Creed Aventus in my opinion. So that's the reason it's the most famous one. I heard this has been kind of reformulated. I'm not sure about it. However, it's an excellent scent profile. It's Club de Nuit Intense Men at number 9. So at number 8, I've got a fragrance. This fragrance is Ministry of Oud Indonesian. Now this is a clone of one of my favorite rose and wood fragrance, which is Indonesian Oud by Xenia. Now this is a very simple scent profile where it's rose and oud. Rose is quite dominant, it's voluptuous. Does it capture that scent profile? I will say 85% yes, it captures it. It is missing the richness of Oud Indonesian. However, looking at the price point again, this is close to I think 1700 rupees or $20, and this is I think more than $200. So that value for money is definitely there with killer presentation. So yeah, this makes it to my number 8. So at number 7, I've got a fragrance which is very good clone, I will say. It's a clone of Creed Green Iris Tweed. Now, the clone fragrance is Armaf Tres Nuit. This is one of my favorite clones. I have this in my collection for a very long time, and if you can see, I've almost used this fragrance fully. None of my fragrance go this low because I have a huge collection, and mostly my fragrance I hardly use it once or twice a year. So this one has taken a biggest dent of all the fragrance because simply it's so easy to wear. The scent profile is green, ozonic, notes in it. You can wear it in summer. It lasts close to 8 hours on skin, and if you go on your clothes, it can last even more. It's a very good scent profile. I don't know if it has been reformulated, but it's a very good clone of Creed Green Irish Tweed at number 7. So at number 6, I've got a fragrance. It's an Indian house called Project Alternative. Now, Project Alternative does a lot of good clones and also good original fragrance also. And one of my favorites is Asylum. Now, this is a clone of Roja Perfume's Elysium. And Elysium is quite famous right now. People wear it because it's very easy to wear. It's not one of those oud fragrance or one of those leather fragrance which is very tough to wear. And that's the reason it's quite famous and everyone likes to wear that. And this particular fragrance captures that scent profile very well in my opinion. I will say it's close to 85%, 90%. Actually, it has some amount of richness of Elysium also. I will not say fully, but it does have a richness. So that means the notes they have used and the oils they have used are high quality. So at number 6, Project Alternative, Asylum. So at number 5, I've got a clone of a cult fragrance. Now, this fragrance is Amouage Interlude Men. Now, this fragrance has got a cult following. I've smelled it, I think, way back in 2014, the vintage formulation of it. And I heard that it has been reformulated and I've tested that also. Now, this is an incense-based fragrance, and I believe this particular fragrance is a very, very good clone of it. It's Killer Oud Interlude clone. Now, at first 15 minutes, what I smelled was not good actually of this fragrance. I thought this is not a good clone of Interlude. And after the 15 minutes mark, when it dried down, it took the shape of Interlude. That incense came into the picture and it lasted a quite long time also. I will say more than 12 hours on my clothes. And considering that it's priced about 1900 rupees and Interlude is above, I think, $200-300 range, this is an amazing clone. I will say this is close to 90% mark of interlude, the reformulated interlude. The vintage interlude, I will say, this is close to 60% because the vintage interlude was just a different beast in my opinion. However, the reformulated interlude, this is close to 90%. And for this scent profile, this is amazing value in my opinion. So at number 5, Killer Oud Interlude. So at number 4, I've got a fragrance which is a clone of the second most cloned fragrance after Aventus. It's Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. Now, Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille is one of the most iconic fragrance in the world. The tobacco and the vanilla profile was done first by Tom Ford, and it's quite famous. It's quite masculine fragrance, and one of the best clones I have seen is from Perfumologist. It's Tatwa. Now, this fragrance profile, they have put bit of tonka in the opening, which is a novelty I see. That fades away after 15 minutes, I will say, and after that it's a tobacco vanille scent profile. And the great thing about this particular fragrance is that it has got the richness which is missing in some of the fragrance which I have listed, and most of the clones I smell. It has got that richness in it. This is, I think, close to 90 to 95% close to tobacco vanille with the richness. And with the price point, this is close to, I think, 3,500 rupees. That's about $50 to $60. And tobacco vanille cost, I think, more than $250, I think, for 50 ml. And this lasts quite a long time also. This lasts close to, on my skin, it was 12 hours. If I put it in my clothes, probably whole day I will last. So excellent, excellent clone, Tatwa by Perfumologist. I absolutely love it. So at number 3, I've got a fragrance from Rasasi. Now, Rasasi is a house which does excellent clones in my opinion. They have original fragrance also, but they do great clones. Now, it's Al Wasim Day. Now, this is a clone of Jurjov or Casamorati Mephisto. Now, this itself is a clone of Creed Silver Mountain Water, which is another great fragrance. But I think this is more closer to Mephisto than Silver Mountain Water, which a lot of people think this is a clone of. Now, this scent profile is an excellent scent profile. This has got florals in it, ozonic notes in it, it got lavender in it. Excellent profile. It's such a easy fragrance to wear, compliment getter, and this captures the scent profile of Mephisto. This is so good. I will say that you don't have to buy Mephisto. This is that good in my opinion. And this cost in a grey market in India, you can get it for less than 3,000 rupees. It's a no-brainer in my opinion in terms of buying it. For Indian weather, this is one of the best clones you can get, Rasasi Al Wasim Day. So at number 2, I've got a fragrance which is probably the most value for money out of this list in my opinion. This costs less than 1,700 rupees and it captures the scent profile of the clone it is of, in my opinion, close to 95%. It's Ministry of Oud Greatest. Now, this fragrance is a clone of Initio Oud for Greatness. Now, that fragrance is sweet oudi fragrance. This captures that absolutely wonderfully in my opinion. And it lasts quite a long time also. It's 8 to 10 hours with a very good scent bubble, and you will get compliments on this. It's that kind of scent profile that it gets you compliment. So in my opinion, you can blind buy this. I am assured that I think for Indian weather, it's a compliment getter. You will enjoy it. So at number 2, it's Ministry of Oud Greatest. So at number 1, I've got a fragrance, in my opinion, is an exact clone. 99.9% it's clone. Now, the fragrance is again Rasasi Layukwam, Borhome. Now, this fragrance is a clone of Tom Ford Tuscan Leather. This is an exact clone. When I say exact clone, I have tested this side by side. I could not find a difference. The only small difference I could find in the opening, this is little smokier than Tuscan Leather. Other than that, it's an exact clone. Actually, it lasts even more than Tuscan Leather. And it has got the richness of Tuscan Leather. I think it's a no-brainer. But I've heard that this got reformulated, so I haven't tested the reformulated version. People say the longevity on that is less than 10 hours on that. So I'm not sure about that, but this easily lasts 10 hours on me with a huge scent bubble. And it's perfect for winter. So I highly recommend you at number 1, Rasasi La Yukwam Pour Home. Hey guys, thank you for watching my top 10 list. I hope you enjoyed it. Let us know which of these fragrances you enjoy. What are your best cologne fragrance? Do you even enjoy cologne fragrance? And if you are liking the content which I am providing to you, please consider subscribing to my channel, as that will encourage me to create more content like that. And also, if you want particular topics to be handled on this channel, please go to my Instagram page and let me know. I do polls there where you can let me know what kind of topics you want in my next video. Maybe top 10 natural earthers, maybe top 10 sexiest fragrance, because Valentine's Day is coming. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye. Cheers.